Just before we look at doing the invoices to the customers, we're going to look at how we set up our templates for our invoices. So if you remember when we were setting up the company, I was saying that we could actually have a look at the template and how it looks when it goes out. So if we go into the cog and it says custom form styles, we click on there. So there's no default here. So if we just click on new and invoice, we're going to say the template, it's my tax invoice template of today's date. So what would we want? So classic, a different modern, fresh look, bold look, or friendly look. I tend to stick with the classic most of the time, but we can change it. You can click on to edit the logo. You can add a logo on there. You can change colour schemes. So you can change that colour for a purple or a pink. Not sure I like the pink. Orange, green. I like the green actually. I'm not completely convinced. You can choose fonts. There's not many fonts you can choose from, unfortunately, though. Change to Times New Roman and 12. Make it a little bit bigger. You can print it out, see what it looks like. So content, it's got the different little bits here. So at the top, the business name, the phone number, the email address, you can change. If you want to add your company number, an address or website, you can do that. Your VAT number will come up on there. What you want it to be called. And we're using custom transaction numbers. You've got, if you want to display the shipping detail or not, you see that changes there. And ship via. We've got the terms. If we take that off, it doesn't say what terms they are. It's always good to have that anyway. Due date, probably want to keep that on there, but that just disappears if we click it off. And whether you want to display the customer's VAT number. See, it's there if you want to do it. And you've got custom fields that you can add. So reference, PO, anything like that. If I change your reference to purchase order, see it changes up here. If you then click the next box, you say whether you want to put the date of the activity, and that will put there. So if you go in to see a client, you can put the date. If you want to put description, instead of the product service, you can put description of the item. If not, you can add to the product or service. Include description under it instead. If you want to put quantities, you can, which goes here. If not, take that off. Rate. Could just have the date, this thing, and the amount if it's just one all the time. VAT, always best to keep there. If you want to put the item code, you can do, but I don't tend to do that. You have other things. You can group activity by day, week, month, for example. You could show progress on line items. That's only if you're emailing it. You can show markup on billable expenses if you want to show them how much you're marking it up. Most people probably won't choose that option. You can show billable time, which is saying we're going in one of the advanced modules. And you can choose to show the employee name as well. Show tax inclusive amounts or tax type indicators. Okay, and then in the last box, you've got here whether you want to use the discount column, deposit column, VAT summary. VAT summary is always handy to have. And what message you want to put on the form. So for invoices, if you want to put, say, please send payments to the account number, that comes up here. you can actually put that instead on the bottom part here. It says payment details. Then that moves to the bottom of the invoice. Let's put it in big writing for one of them to know where payment's going to. Or you could just say here, thank you for your business. I've mistyped that. I'm going to put that in 10, so that comes there. So for the emails, this is where you can choose. We have a full detail of the invoice on the thing, in which case it would come up all like this, or summarised details. It'll just say how much, and when they click review, it will come up with the full details of the invoice. But if you want to attach the PDF, attaching the PDF is always handy because a lot of people now use automated services where they forward the emails on to something like Receipt Bank, and they can use the attachment to actually process that into their system. It's always handy to have the PDF attached. What the subject you want it to be called. So invoice, this is called invoice with a number from your company name. You can change what that subject says, how you want the greeting. So we've got here, dear full name, or you could say dear title and last name. I'm not keen on that one, to be honest. Full name is probably for me. Unless you don't know the name, you can put the company name on there. You can change that to or blank. And then what's the invoice? So here's your invoice. We appreciate your prompt payment. You can change that maybe something to a bit nicer. It's up to you. And thanks for your business with your name on there. If you send them a reminder, this is what they'll come up with. So this one says, just a reminder, we've not received a payment for this invoice yet. Let us know if you have any questions. That's not too bad. And that's got the same title, just with a reminder on there. And then payments, saying how you want to do it. So if you're getting paid online, if you want to do for PayPal, you can click on there. If you set up with Go Cardless, you can select to integrate with Go Cardless. So click done. And that will then come up as one of the template options on there. What you can do then is do other ones, such as remittance advices and purchase orders. The sales receipt, estimate, you can do on there as well. They are on here like that. It's pretty much the same, as you can see. Let's come out of there, exit without saving. So that's pretty much it on there. So if you go to account settings again, under the expenses tab, you've got the messages, 7 purchase orders. So where you can change what it says if you're doing a purchase order. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, then let me know.